So if you guys don't know who Rabbi Escher is, you should. He's popular on YouTube, popular on TikTok. Always have conversations about Judaism, conservativeness, and everything like that. But I think one of the things I really appreciate about you is I hear a lot of Jews and Christians arguing about, oh, don't be a Christian because of this. And you are the first Jew that I've ever heard bring up that no, it's better for someone to be a Christian than to be an atheist. And that really hit me. And I was like, you have a point there. You have a point there for someone to abandon religion altogether. I'd rather have my children be 100% like Orthodox Jewish and
Mm.
not Christian or believe in a Messiah at all, but still retain the laws and the ordinances and to like abandon it altogether. So when I've heard you kind of talk about that, that was one of the things I'm just like, wow, I've never thought of it like that. It's really interesting.
Mhm. Yeah, I think we have to realize what really unites us as religious people. And I think many religions have this confused. I've heard Christians say, well, if you're not going to be saved from a Christian perspective, you might as well be atheist, right? Just like you just said, there's Jews who make no distinction in terms of how lost someone could be. If you're not Jewish, you might as well be this, right? I think we have a very short memory of how kind Christians have been to us and how horrible atheists have been. Now, for sure, the question is, how far do you want to go back? If your criteria of decency is 1,000 years ago, right? It's kind of hard to argue with that. But in our generation, or even in the previous generation, to say that in some way Jews have suffered more under the hands of Christians than atheists, just really means that you don't know history. And I think within Jewish history itself, recent Jewish history, we know about the rebbes that were tortured by the Jewish communist police, right? The censorship that's typically coming out of the left in this country that stops you from saying anything positive about Israel, right? The left is not our friend, right? I'm not saying that traditionally Christianity and Judaism has had some sort of love affair, but in life, like I always say, the choice is not between what's horrific and what's utopian, but what's good and what's better. And it's better for someone to adopt some biblically based existence, whether it's Judaism, Christianity, or even ethical forms of Islam, than atheism.
Yeah, and I think that's, a lot of people will hear that, and be confused. But I think if you really think about it, it makes sense.